Hi Mazda owners, I'm going to replace one of the two oxygen sensors on my 2009 Mazda 6. This is a second generation Mazda 6. I've got an engine code 421. I believe it's going to be one of the oxygen sensors. I purchased some of my sensors on eBay, and I'm going to go ahead and replace the top oxygen sensor. So I've got an i4, I've got a 4-cylinder, and I'm going to go ahead and show you where both the oxygen sensors are in this car. So the one oxygen sensor, if you look right over top of the engine casing, is right there. That silver part sticking up right there is sometimes called the upper oxygen sensor, and the other oxygen sensor, I see it called the lower oxygen sensor. If you follow that green wire, I don't know if you can see it, it comes down, it goes into the side of the exhaust, and it comes out on the passenger side horizontally, and it's the end of that green wire. I'll try to get a little better shot. It's the silver thing right. If you look underneath this little J hook here, the wire comes up. It comes underneath this little J hook right next to the battery, and underneath it you'll see where it plugs into the wiring harness of the car. So I'm going to go ahead and take that apart. Here is where the sensor connector is. We're going to go ahead and pull it apart. So I have it free now, and I want to make sure that it matches my replacement part sensor. It looks like a match that I got from NGK, and we're going to go ahead and now remove the wire. Okay, so here's the wire. I need to remove it. This one has a little clip in it that I've got to clip off. So a little zip tie that needs to come off right behind the assembly here. Make sure you don't get any other wires. Okay, so it has this little motor mount clip here. Hopefully we can shine a light on it a little bit. I'm going to press the little tongue with a screwdriver, and now I've got my wire completely out. So now that I have the wire out, I've purchased a special oxygen sensor removal tool, and what this does is essentially lets you accommodate getting the wire over top of the sensor, and it comes down and it locks on. So obviously you don't have to be as careful when it's the one you're removing, but we're going to go ahead and practice this so we're careful on the one end. So I have it on, give it a little torque, little pull, it breaks loose. Make sure the wire turns with the plug. I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize on here, just a little bit on the thread. Looks like NGK might have put some on there themselves. I'm going to go ahead and put some more on there, not too much. Okay, we got the anti-seize on. We're ready to put the oxygen sensor back in. I'm going to go ahead and put it in by hand, righty-tighty. Put it in. Make sure I spin the wire so I don't stress make sure I spin the whole cable so I don't stress the wires. It's going in. I'm going to put it in hand tight. I've got my special ratchet with the slot in it for the cable. Feed it over the cable, nice and easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I spin the wire with the entire socket. Snugged it down a little bit, and I'm ready to put the wire back in the harness. Okay, I have the new oxygen sensor installed. I've got the wire run up underneath here. I don't have it electrically connected to the wiring harness yet. I'm going to use a 5/16 socket, and I'm going to remove the negative battery terminal. Okay, I removed the old one, so the new plug has a new little sheet metal holder thing in it, so I gotta pop the old one off. I'm going to go ahead and use a pair of wire cutters, and I'm going to pop off the old hanger that held the plug. Okay, ready to put the click. It's back in, so I have my new oxygen sensor mechanically clicked to the car. I've got my battery cable unplugged, my negative one. I'm ready to slip to make the connection. Click, and my new oxygen sensor is connected. So I'm going to let the battery cable stay off for a couple minutes, reset the code, and find out if this clears my 421 engine code issue on my 2009 Mazda 6. I changed that one oxygen sensor, the upper oxygen sensor, and now the lights have cleared on my dash. I no longer have the check engine light illuminated. One thing that was interesting when I initially turned the battery back on and started the car, I had a couple of other lights show up for a couple of minutes, like my anti-locks and some other caution lights showed up on the dashboard. But I ran the car a couple hundred feet and all those lights cleared. So it looks like just changing the one oxygen sensor, the upper one, solved my code problem. If you were to continue to have the problem, you might want to try the other, a lower oxygen sensor that was at the green cable. Just do the exact same process and replace that one. So for me, this has fixed it, so I'm all done. Hope it helped. Okay, the items I purchased for this, the box number, the NTK, part number 24538, was actually the shorter one that went to the upper oxygen sensor, and this is the one I replaced. I also purchased item 22129 from NTK. It's the green wire, which is the lower oxygen sensor, or sometimes called the downstream one, that I did not replace because I cleared my code. I got these off of eBay. Rock Auto also has a good deal on them, so those are the parts you'll need.